Hey everyone, Soren Fate here, and we're about to journey on the monster train. I want to do a series on the Covenant climb from 1 to 25, and then hopefully be able to get to those challenges that were recently patched into the game. So why don't we get started? We'll do a standard run. We'll start a new run, and it's a little loud. Turn that down. Let's do random to, of course, add some suspense. And we'll do one without the Covenant first. That'll be this episode, and hopefully we'll get there. Alright, the end is near. This incarnation of Hell's greatest foe has the power to cleanse all units of effects, which don't benefit the Seraph. This fight will require more than sheer strength. So we don't want buffs. Let's take a look at our champion. We have the Sentient, and the Awakened one, the Awoken rather, have a lot of buff cards. We're probably going to want to stay away from those while we're building our deck. Revenge is pretty good. I prefer the one that does the healing burst whenever you heal something, but this can be a good way to get card draw. And our artifact, when you play your third card of the turn, draw a card. Cards with consume have 50% chance to be discarded instead. I don't like either of these, honestly, but we'll do the winged steel just because it gives card draw. The other one requires us to go really heavy into a certain build. They all have 4, but it gives us a unit. I think we need the unit. And this might turn out to be a bad idea, but we'll go from there. Let's put this here. Now I know this is counterintuitive. We should have put another train steward down. Yeah, so I should have thought about the idea of having targeted removal be not a thing. Unfortunately, the Awoken don't have very good targeted removal. They have Glimmer, which is a possibility. But like, this is also important. We have no other units placed. This was actually a bad start. Luckily, I don't think it matters that much. Like, it's looking like, at worst, we're gonna take 9 or 12. Okay, so that's not the end of the world. Not as smooth as we'd like it, but there's that Glimmer we talked about, which is going to be a big help. And Ice Tornado is actually very good if we can get it upgraded. I like the Rejuvenate Thorn Hollow. We can give him a lot of spikes, and putting him in that bot lane is going to be very good. Clear out a lot of the problem units. I kind of want to go this way, mainly because we can get a Stygian unit. There are plenty of tanks that are really good, and we can upgrade our spells. We just picked up Ice Storm, and we want that to be upgraded soon. For example, we can make it 2 cost, which is amazing. I think also putting this on a... Honestly, on a Glimmer is pretty bomb. Let's do that. That's a good start. And then we pick up... So one thing to note is that Seraph removes... well, I don't know how that... I don't actually know how that works with spell... with what's called spell weakness. But we're about to find out, I guess. And it's a good card all the same for the beginning of the game. They start with 10 armor. Now these are 225, so we're not gonna have a good time getting rid of those. But these guys don't do any damage. So like if they get by, and they're gonna be in the back, if they get by, we won't have too much of an issue with them. The boss might be a little bit of trouble, but especially with that picked up Glimmer, I think this is fine. And like in this case, we'd be doing just fine anyway. We'll put that up there. Get this guy. And we can put the Thorn Hollow here. We can Glimmer. And And we can hit like that. We got the gold, so that's really valuable. Let's do this, kill those. And just like that, we have done quite a bit of damage to the boss before it dies, and drawn a lot of cards. Wow, that is quite a few cards. And we got him. Very cool. So let's see, we've got buffs, and so that's one of the things we need to worry about. We need to worry about buffs, and we need to think about what can get us to Seraph. One of the things that we're going to run into, unfortunately, is that yes, she's going to remove buffs, but if we don't get to her, it won't matter. So what I'm thinking is this regen is going to be really good with our Thorned Hollow. And I honestly like the other Ice Tornado, and if we can get some kind of buff on that, and this is the unit I wanted to get, where every time you cast a spell in his lane, he gets 3 armor, which is very valuable. Now, if we go this way, we have a unit upgrade. This has Pyre Health and Duplicate, but I don't think we have anything we need to duplicate. Like, the only thing I could think of duplicating is either the Wildwood Sap or the Glimmer, which could be really good, but I think we're going to go this way. Let's do the Concealed Caverns first. As you pass the train graveyard, you notice several of your fallen allies. Within the beasts of gnarled steel lie now extinguished pyre shards, yada yada yada. Okay, so we have some options here. We have the large shard, the petrified heart, which we don't want because we're relying on regen and healing to do stuff, so that's out. This one, every time your pyre kills a unit, restore 5 health. I don't see us reliably using that. I'm thinking we just upgrade a unit with this. Maybe our tank. I kind of like it on the Thorned Hollow, honestly. Let's do that. Now that does take away from possible unit upgrades. Here, well, let's look at our thing. No, we already have a sweeper, which we might end up buffing right here. Multi-strike on this is actually very cool. That gives us the ability to give her actual significant buffs, and she's going to be able to wipe out a lot of those bigger or small, like the backline targets. And we'll just make him have more health. We're up to Daedalus. Let's see if we actually pass the first milestone. His explosions explode twice, so we're going to want to be cautious of that. Remember, we don't have much targeted removal, but things like this and that are actually really good for us. So here's an example of something we can do. We can do this. We can do this. Put you up top. Good. A nice thing about this is the double strike actually gives us double the what's it called? Spell weakness. Okay. So as things come in, oh, see, this is gonna be a problem. Okay, so that actually helped us out a little bit. And because we have the ability to deal with this stuff, we're not gonna have too much of a problem. That being said, this might be an issue. Okay, cool. We actually were able to clear that up. I was slightly worried. Okay, final wave. Let's do this to gain a little health. We'll put this in regen. And then let this play out. He's going to have a lot of spell weakness on him. And so we're going to be able to abuse that quite a bit. And, like in this case, we just murder him. Giving something quick could be really good with our... Yeah, no, I like this a lot. To put on our double striking Icy Silophyte. I love it. I think honestly the units we want we're done. That being said, having extra pyre or extra embers will do wonders for us. Okay, so we have the opportunity to remove 2 cards. The cards that I want to remove are the Train Stewards and maybe some of the Frozen Lances. We also have a Merchant of Magic and a Stygian unit, as opposed to over here we just have an artifact and some gold and the Awaken banner. Let's where can I see that? Logbook. So where are the relics? Those are upgrades. Okay. So in the Stygian, we have, when you play your 3rd spell of the turn, give all cards gain +1 up. Magic power, we're probably not going to get that. We're not really working with Frostbite. And can abilities trigger an additional time could be really good. But we're only using it on 1 unit right now. At the end of turn, apply Frozen. We haven't actually unlocked that one. 50% chance to silence enemies, which that might be pretty good. Spell weakness. Titan's Claw, we don't have frozen cards. Playing a spell deals 2 damage randomly. That one's not very good. I mean, but that requires us to have spells on the top floor. And then we have Awoken. Sting spells, not touching them. Swap, not a big deal. Spikes, maybe. When a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front equal to the heat amount healed. Apply Rooted. First time each turn a friendly minion is healed, draw a card. We don't really need that. Regen stacks +1 health. Stings have that. Okay, so we don't really care. I mean, we'd have to get one of these, which there's a wide variety of these that we might want. But if we go this way, we get to remove 2 cards and maybe upgrade a spell. I think we're going to go this way. Let's first check out the shop. Holdover is an amazing card, or amazing thing. And unfortunately, because this has Consume, we can't use it on that, but that's a really good one. This is a really good one. I kind of want to put it on that. Let's put this on a Frozen Lance. And this on our Ice Tornado. And then leave. Let's see what our upgrade is. Revenge and Spikes, but this just gives us a lot more health. I actually really like that. Give us as much health as possible. All of these are going to be buffs that Seraph gets rid of, and I think right now we are okay with what we have. Train Stewards, we need you out of here. You're mucking up our draw. Alright, let's see where this goes. Okay, non-boss enemy units get multi-strike, and these are 575, so that would be 10, and then these are 2. Yeah, and so this guy adds weight of contrition. Yeah, but that's on resolve, so it's the end of turn. So the multi-strike won't actually do anything. Let's try it. I mean, we're not here to be a bitch. Let's try it. I see like multi-strike on these isn't even really a thing. Let's do this. Okay. And then we can have these 2 be there. What I'm thinking, oh, that actually just murdered our guy, unfortunately. What I'm thinking is we just have this be the floor that sets up, and then the end floor, the top floor, we can use our ice tornadoes and stuff on. Really? Okay. This is gonna hurt, sadly, but it's not the end of the world. Let's also hit this. Boom. We need to cast this because it has holdover, and this will allow it to be in our hand this turn. Let's hit this. Well, this is awkward. that was something. Okay, and then that actually finishes it off. So even if we didn't have it there, we would still be fine. And so this is our advanced prototype, which is awkward as hell because we just got rid of 2 train stewards. So I'm actually gonna skip it because we want to get rid of those later too. Yeah, see, we don't really want any of those. Permafrost, spell weakness. Nah, we don't want those either. And that's fine. Sometimes you just have to skip because they don't do what you want them to do. So we have an artifact merchant and some gold. We'd be able to buy one of the early ones. Let's try it. Let's do this first. Trapdoor, or trap shoot. Steel pulley claw. You see, this would have been really good with the, what was it, an artifact that made it to where whenever our fire room kills something, that it would gain 5 life. But we didn't take that, and so what I'm thinking is trap shoot. I like it. And then let's take a look at our trinkets. So these are some of the ones we talked about. Apply 2 spell weaknesses once they enter the pyre room. 50% chance to spell weakness when an enemy enters your train. Or when you use a consume card, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually might be worth it. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I don't usually do the consume ones because it's reliant on having consume. But spikes? Can we afford spikes? I don't think we can really afford spikes. No, we're not gonna do that. Just because our stuff is really low health. Okay, so I kind of want to do this and this. Put her up here. Do this. Do this. Cool. And that actually kills the backline because we were able to get spikes on this guy soon enough. Okay, yeah, that works. Well, we don't need to do too much of that. Kill that. Kill that. Hit you there. Okay, cool. Let's give her the quick. Get 2 of you there. Heal. Cool. Let's do Ice Tornado. Yay. Give you more spikes. I should have done that on the floor with, what's it called? There we go. We got it. How much spell weakness though? Sure. It's just free damage. Because it'll give him spikes. It'll give our hollow spikes and it'll heal. And no, I mean it'll draw a card, so that's pretty good. Do we still need to get rid of some things? We have 2 train stewards we want to get rid of. But do we have anything to duplicate? I'm kind of thinking of duplicating the Glimmer, but if we do that, we get gold and an artifact. No, yeah, let's do that. Get our artifact, deal 2 damage whenever an enemy unit moves between floors, or at the start of battle, summon 4 random units from your deck on the middle floor. But we have no way to move them around, is the problem. I like the jack strips, honestly, and then we're gonna duplicate the Glimmer because it's just really good AOE. It heals our guy, gives him spikes. Okay, Fel, you are a difficult thing. They have multi-strike and she gives them rage. far, so good. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, our mid laner died. That is unfortunate. Now this is going to die in... Nope. Okay, the spell damage. Yep. I forgot about the spell weakness. Yeah, I think it's gonna be too loud. I'm probably gonna have to redo this. Unfortunately. This guy's still alive. Let's put him with some regen. Get him ready to go. Important to note that we actually I don't actually know what I'm talking about. We have a chance of just killing her outright right now, so this is actually really good. We have a lot of ways of killing her through the spell weakness. Jesus. 14 spell weakness? However, we need to kill this thing. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just give you dates. Oh, no, it actually killed it with the consume. 300 damage, Ice Storm. We're not doing any of those. Honestly, we have a pretty good grasp on the capacity. We have a pretty good grasp on card draw. We should just do more embers. Okay, we have Merchant of Steel. Do you have any more upgrades we want to put on units? I mean, he's pretty weak. We might actually even get rid of him. These two are fully upgraded, so I don't think Merchant of Steel is even that good. If we go this way, we can duplicate a card, which, I mean, honestly, we could just keep duplicating Glimmer, or even this holdover Ice Tornado. I like this side. Let's go to the caverns. Purge a card, gain a card. Sure. Let's purge one of our train stewards. What did we get? A random Awoken card or a random rare Stygian card? Let's take a look at the logbook. So, Awoken, rare. We don't even have that card. I mean, there aren't that many of these that we actually want. Maybe Channel Song if we haven't put everything else out. Okay, that's the Awoken ones. We don't really... I'm not excited about those. Some of these are okay, but they're not really speaking to me, I guess. But they are speaking to me more than the Awoken ones. So I'm going to go with the Stygian. What do we get? The Rail Spec? Apply 5 sap. Okay. Per X. That's actually really cool. I'm glad we also took the second Ember. Alright, let's look at our upgrade. That's what we want. That actually is incredible. We want that. So we're going to be able to actually deal damage with our champion, finally. Let's do the holdover guy. And then your Pyre gets 40 health or a chance to silence. See, there we go. When we were looking at that random artifact, we were talking about how that would invalidate, because there just weren't that many that were good. I don't think we can take it with 40 armor. 400 gold though. We don't really need it though. Like we have tons of gold. We should have looked at the map. Is what we should have done. We should have looked at the map and seen, okay, can we afford to do this? And I think the answer would have been no. Okay, let's put quick on her. put you here. Important to note that if we were to be playing on a higher Covenant level, our guy up here he would be dazed, and so he wouldn't be able to attack the gold guy. So we need to keep that in mind while we are going up in the Covenant levels. Okay. Here's a perfect example of how we can utilize just all of our spells, and really this guy's slowly gaining up spikes. We're not really messing with him. He honestly needs to get out of the deck, if we're being honest. Let's just cast what we can, get his armor up. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this. Now, the reasoning being, we're able to get so much spell weakness on this guy that we're just going to be able to knock him out. Yeah. And that's kind of what this deck's going to have to do, is just set up. Yeah, we don't need any of these. No. Unfortunately, yeah, the spell weakness, I believe, gets removed with Seraph, which we're almost to. We're actually on her now. So, we get a relic, or we get an artifact no matter what, but this side has... No, we want this side. We want to get rid of some stuff. We want to get rid of our last train steward, and we want to get rid of our shield guy, sadly. He's just not doing enough for the deck. Nah, I don't want that. Magic power we can put on this. Let's actually, hold on, we need to leave and we need to check out the trinket merchant. When a friendly minion is healed, no. That could be pretty good. And I like this one, honestly. So now we have some armor going into the fight, so we can mess around a little bit more than normal. This being free is fantastic. Maybe... No. Let's do this one. Being able to descend her and stack days, even on Seraph, seems pretty cool. That being said, I'd also kind of like to just have it. Do I? No. What do I want? Let's do the holdover one again. Having these in hand is just going to be so nice. Yeah, I really don't know if my voice is going to be too low. Okay. We're gonna hit you with that. Let's see. How does that the healing one work? Where did we just have that? Oh, I don't know. We'll put you down here. Oh, it's her, right, duh. Yeah. Okay, and we don't want this guy here, so that's all we do. Okay, that's a good setup for there. Let's do that as well. Okay, no, it's looking good. Our top lane doesn't have anything in it, unfortunately. So that's irritating, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, let's descend you. These ice tornadoes have been so amazing to us. Alright, let's put you here. Do we care about 8 damage? Not right now, no. I do, however, care about those reaching the top. Okay. Okay. So 8. Alright, let's Oh, okay. That's gonna be a problem. The spikes are gonna help. Okay. And then all we need, yep, there we go. Covenant level 0. Let's take a look at that score. It's gonna really suck if my voice doesn't work on this, but hey. That's how it goes. Hey, and we actually ranked up in Awoken. Cool. And ranked up in Stygian. Enemy units enter with 2 frostbite. That's amazing. Well, guys, it's been Soarin' Fate, and we have been rushing through on Monster Train and getting a beautiful Covenant 0 victory. Next video, we're going to tackle number 1, Covenant number 1, which, if I remember correctly, Covenant 1, just so we're aware, I guess could have hit new run, whatever. Standard run, start. Covenant 1, enemies are stronger, add additional random cards to your starting deck. Well, that's it for me. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and remember to stay edgy, my friends.